Celtic have their sights set on our Champions League clash against Young Boys in the next few days, but we are still in the midst of the transfer window. In today's video, we will cover the build-up to that European match, whilst going over another done deal the club have completed in the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic have been drawn against Championship side Raith Rovers in the next round of the Scottish Cup, with the tie set to take place at Celtic Park on the weekend of 8th February. The Hoops will enjoy another home fixture as they aim to take another step towards retaining the trophy they lifted last May with a derby victory over Rangers. Adding an extra layer of intrigue to the tie is the fact that Raith Rovers are managed by former Celtic midfielder Barry Robson. The 45-year-old, who had a successful stint at the club between 2008 and 2010, will make a return to paradise, this time in the dugout, which he has done before with Aberdeen. Celtic secured their place in the next round with a 2-1 win over Kilmarnock last weekend. Goals from captain Callum McGregor and Dyson Maida ensured progression. The boys will now shift focus to the challenge posed by Raith, who have earned their spot in this round with solid performances in the competition so far. Rodgers' men will go in as heavy favourites, but will need to be cautious of a spirited Rovers side looking to make their mark. Now for the main story, Hearts have officially confirmed the signing of 18-year-old midfielder Aidan Haddo from Celtic B, securing the young prospect on a deal that runs until the summer of 2026. The move sees Haddo make the switch to Edinburgh during the January window, ensuring an agreement was reached between the two clubs to bypass the need for FIFA-mandated training compensation. The Gorgie club made the announcement via their official website, with Hearts B team manager Angus Beath expressing his delight at landing the highly rated youngster. Beath praised Haddo's technical ability and hunger to improve, stating, "Aidan is a very exciting young player who will add further competition to our midfield. Technically he is excellent, but more importantly he has that hunger and desire to learn and keep improving his game. I'm delighted he's with us, and I'm looking forward to working with him." Haddo has been a regular for Celtic's B team in the Lowland League and UEFA Youth League. Despite his potential, the path to senior football at Celtic was blocked by established midfielders like Callum McGregor and Rio Hatate, making a move the natural next step in his development. For Hearts, this acquisition bolsters their B team with a player already accustomed to competing at a decent level. While it's a loss for Celtic to see one of their academy products depart, the deal again underpins the challenges of breaking into a squad brimming with established talent. Haddo will now be looking to make his mark in Edinburgh and continue his development under Beath's guidance. In other news, Celtic's reported pursuit of Aston Villa prospect Louis Barry has been in the media for over a week at this point, with the Premier League club's position on the 20-year-old forward remaining firm. The Hoops are believed to have tabled a bid in excess of £5 million during the January transfer window, but they face stiff competition from a host of clubs keen to secure the highly rated youngster. Barry's stock has risen significantly after an impressive loan spell at Stockport County, where he scored 16 goals in 24 appearances before being recalled by Villa earlier this month. According to The Times, Aston Villa would prefer Barry to extend his contract with the club before heading out on a second loan to continue his development. However, this option may not align with Celtic's intentions, as the Scottish champions are thought to be targeting a permanent deal for the England youth international. Barry's contract situation, coupled with his recent form, has created significant interest in the player, with Celtic looking to bolster their attacking options. While Villa's preference for a loan might complicate negotiations, Celtic's reported willingness to pay a substantial fee underlines their commitment to securing the player's services. But since reports of a bid, the trail has gone cold. In some other news, Brendan Rodgers has urged his Celtic side to seize the opportunity to create history on Wednesday night as they edge closer to the Champions League playoffs. A win under the lights at Celtic Park against Young Boys could all but secure a spot in the last 16, a feat the Hoops haven't achieved in over a generation. Speaking ahead of the crucial clash, Rodgers shared his excitement for the occasion and highlighted what this milestone would mean for the club. "It feels a long time since we've played our Champions League game at Celtic Park. These games are electric. They're such a great atmosphere. And obviously, with so much at stake, it should make for a great occasion, Rodgers told Celtic YouTube. The Celtic boss has consistently made it clear that improving the club's standing in Europe was one of his top priorities when he returned to the Parkhead dugout. With the chance to move closer to the knockout stages, Rodgers reflected on the progress made and the importance of sustained success at this level. If we can get through and into the playoffs, then it's been a generation really since we've been able to do that as a club, Rodgers remarked. But more importantly for me, in terms of the performances as well as the results, some of our performance levels in the Champions League have really shown that we belong there. The last time Celtic reached the knockout stages was in the 2012-13 season under Neil Lennon, a campaign highlighted by a memorable group stage win over Barcelona. For Rodgers, this week represents more than just history. It's about reaffirming Celtic's place on Europe's grandest stage. The whole idea was to try and sustain it over a period of time, Rodgers explained. But certainly, in this time, we have a great opportunity now to make those playoffs. With a packed Celtic Park set to back the boys in full voice, the manager will be hoping his team can rise to the occasion. The stage is set for a special night, one that could not only deliver a vital result, but also mark a turning point in Celtic's modern European journey. Fans will be counting down the hours to kick-off as Rodgers looks to guide the Hoops to a significant step forward on their Champions League adventure. Lastly, former Celtic manager Ange Postecoglou is feeling the pressure in his second season at the helm of Tottenham Hotspur, with tensions boiling over during a post-match interview after Spurs' 3-2 defeat to Everton. The loss, Tottenham's 12th of the Premier League campaign, has left them languishing in 15th place and sparked further questions about Postecoglou's ability to turn things around. In what has become a frustrating pattern for Spurs this season, the first half performance was riddled with errors. Postecoglou himself shouldered some of the blame, admitting that his tactical choices and lineup adjustments contributed to the poor start. Everton capitalised, leaving Spurs chasing the game by half-time. Despite showing improvement in the second half, Tottenham ultimately fell short, with the defeat adding to a growing list of disappointing results. The frustration of the situation spilt into Postecoglou's exchange with a BBC reporter after the match. When the interview began with the phrase, "Ange, familiar story," the Aussie bristled, responding sarcastically, "Yeah, okay, great way to start an interview," before proceeding with his analysis. He later took responsibility for guiding his struggling squad, saying, "I have the responsibility of the group of players I do have to try and get us through this. However, the mounting losses and a lack of cohesion on the pitch have only intensified speculation about his future at the club. Despite his success at Celtic, where he revolutionised the team and won back-to-back titles, his methods appear to be facing greater resistance in the more unforgiving Premier League environment." Australian journalist Vince Rugari, who has followed Postecoglou's career closely, highlighted how the pressure can sometimes get the better of the Spurs boss, tweeting, "This is unfortunately a bit of a character flaw. When things aren't going well, he snaps at totally fair questions. Happened with Socceroos towards the end. He's better than this." At Celtic, Postecoglou could be sharp when pressed by journalists, but he often diffused moments with humour or a well-timed mate. His current spikiness appears to reflect the mounting strain of a season that hasn't gone according to plan. Injuries to key players have undoubtedly hampered his efforts, while critics of his appointment, some of whom were quick to dismiss his credentials because he came from the Scottish Premiership, have been vocal during his struggles. The coming weeks will be pivotal for Postecoglou if he's given more time to turn things around. Celtic fans, what are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comment section below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you